Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I really appreciate you guys take your time and tuning into my channel. So in today's video I'm gonna be doing a comparison between my two, let me just say, daily driver for the sake of this video, but at the moment this guy here, which is the HP EliteBook 840 G5, which is my current main daily driver. But however, I've been in transition to taking the MacBook as my daily driver at the moment. So I'm gonna do comparison because I've had a chance to work on both machines, which they all, showed me what they're capable of and what is it that I'm gonna work with from each one of them. So there's a lot. These two guys are from two different worlds, and then they're trying to bring something that we really need in our daily life, be it for work productivity, video editing, photo editing, emails, media consumption, all those kind of things. So they all have what they can bring on the table, and it's just up to you as the user which one you want. So the HP is good, on the Windows side, especially on the Microsoft application. In this consideration, looking at Office 365, which has been, one of the greatest things that I can see that Microsoft has done when it comes to the Office application. I really love that package, especially in my case, because I'm running the enterprise license, which has almost everything that Office 365 has to offer. So it has been good on this machine, considering the performance. So I'm not going to be talking about the specification. If you want to see that, go to my previous video that I did the time I was transitioning to this machine as my daily driver, which is this HP, and then the time that I did the revealing of this machine, which is the MacBook Pro 15-inch. So but I want to talk about what these machines are offering, especially for me and in my case. So let me start with one of them. Which one I'm gonna start? Okay, I'm gonna start with the MacBook, then I will do the comparison. So here is the late 2018 MacBook Pro, which I just got like about 2 weeks back, and I've been working on it, trying to replace my daily driver, and it hasn't been easy. Like I mentioned when I did the unboxing of this machine, that there's something that I need to work on, which only it's available on the Windows, which is Microsoft's the SQL database, which I haven't found a way to get still even today to get on the MacBook. But however, that's why I still have both machines. But with the Apple machine, it's actually giving so much, and even beyond what I need. We look at the touch bar. The touch bar, it's one resort that I go to get everything that I'm working on, to switch from desktop, to switch from tabs to Windows, and all those kind of things, which makes it easier for me when I'm working across multiple applications. So the transition between two pages and stuff, it becomes easier, it becomes seamless. So I don't have to struggle much to go and drag one page, put on the side, minimize. You can just do like a command tab and then it goes onto the other side. Or if you want to action something, you just touch it on the touch bar, and it's that simple. And if you want to escape, it's there. If you want to go back to another tab, you just use the touch bar, which everything is there, as opposed to having to navigate around using the mouse and change from one tab to the other, from one application to another. So touch bar makes it easier. And another thing is the Touch ID. The Touch ID on the PC side, I can call it like your fingerprint reader, which if we look at the previous generation of my daily driver, which is the 840 G4, which comes with a with this kind of a fingerprint, which is like it's just, you have to swipe your finger in order for it to open, which is different from this one that I have on my daily driver. So the Touch ID here, you just as it is on your iPhone 6 coming upwards to iPhone 8 Plus, where you put in your finger and then it opens like seamlessly. On this one, you don't even have to press, by just laying your finger there, then it opens. So it makes it easier when you need to use your Apple ID to buy something or to download apps from App Store, because you need to authorize that. So instead of you having to type the password each time, you can just use the Touch ID and then it will install automatically. So it makes it easier when it comes to that regard. And when you're installing application that you have downloaded from anywhere, it's easier for you to use the Touch ID instead of having to type your Apple ID password and all those kind of things. And when your PC locks, you can use the Touch ID to unlock it instead of having to type the password again. And another thing, I just find the keyboard itself is so compatible. It's very close to, the keys are very close to each other, so it makes it easier for me, and it doesn't make much noise as compared to the one on my daily driver, which I really find it interesting. So I'm thinking of getting an external keyboard, and I have a Magic Mouse as well, which is sitting right over there, which I've been using for this, I think this is the first generation of the Magic Mouse, which it still works and it's pretty much good. And I think by the time I get the keyboard, I'm sure I'll be having I'll be used to the keyboard by then, and it's something that I don't know, I'm enjoying. You know, this machine, I can walk around with it, I can work on it anyway. Another thing is the speakers on this machine. Wow. So on my previous video, when I actually reviewed this machine, I mentioned that I'm so impressed by the sound of the speakers on the MacBook Pro, and I'd compare it with the sound which plays out on this guy. This is the JBL Go. I did a video about this like a year ago. If you want to check it, we'll try to link it below, if not somewhere here. So this sound, the sound that the speaker produces is almost the same. I'm just not sure which one, but how quality and clear the sound comes out from the MacBook Pro speakers, it's so as good as this, and it's actually loud enough for you to hear, you know, all the things that are being, you know, either if it's a song or whatever instrument is playing, it's actually very audible. And the next thing is the touch bar. The touch bar on the Mac, it's good, but I found myself making mistake of laying my fingers or my hand on it while I'm busy typing because it's big. But however, it's not much of a train smash. I'm able to work on it, and I think maybe that's one of the reasons why I need to get the keyboard, which is pretty much it's gonna come out soon. And when it comes to the softwares or the applications which are running here, it's mainly, I'm using both mails, which comes in with the Mac OS, as well as the Outlook, which I downloaded from my Office 365 license, which they both work. I just choose which one to work with, but at the moment I still find the mail efficient, and it works, you know, perfectly. I don't have any problem with the Outlook as well. I'm using Outlook on my HP machine, so which is still not a problem, but I'm enjoying the look and feel of the mail on the MacBook. And another thing is how you navigate around the application. You just get everything on your launcher, and you can just navigate and find what you're looking for. And the arrangement of the photos, let me just say your whole Explorer or your application browser in general, you know, I find it easier because everything is just in one place. You don't have to dig deeper. So the way it allocates the folders and files, you know, the structure you're able to see from downloads, music, and then as how you structured your file. I actually like that combination, and I like how that setup is. And the next thing is the FaceTime. So like I said, that I'm slowly switching into the Apple ecosystem, where I get most of my device connected here. Actually got my girlfriend to you know, to join the ecosystem. It hasn't been easy, but you know, we're actually finding it, you know, quite interesting. It makes our life easier, but we don't have all the accessories that we need, especially my girlfriend on her side, because she only has an iPhone and headset, and that's it. So on my side, I have the MacBook, the iPad, the iPhones, I have AirPods. Yeah, that's pretty much what I have at the moment, and it's been good. However, there is a time where somebody's calling me on my phone and I want to answer on the phone, but it will still ring on my Mac, and you know, it becomes a challenge at some point, especially when I'm in the office, because people get to hear my phone ringing when I'm not by the desk. And it's funny because what happened like last week, she called me and I was outside of the building and I didn't have my data enabled and I didn't have any Wi-Fi access because I was just by the parking lot. So it has been ringing on the laptop, and then boom, nobody's answering. And then she calls me, hey dude, I'm calling you, you're not answering, what's happening? It's like, no, my phone is not ringing. It's like, no, I called you the first time but you didn't pick up. So I told her, look, no, okay, it was ringing on the Mac. I was not next to the MacBook, so that's why I couldn't answer it. And then that's one thing I've realized. And then if she calls me and then somebody else calls her while she's busy on the call with him on the FaceTime, I realized that the FaceTime will stop sort of hang or something, and then the camera will keep on running even though the FaceTime is not running, which I don't know if it's a glitch or what, or something that, you know, I need to look on my settings. I haven't actually checked that, but you know, it's a bit of a concern, you know, to find my webcam on whereas there's no session that's running. So that's something else that I need to look into. But nonetheless, the FaceTime on both video and audio, it works pretty fine, and I like it when I'm sitting here and she calls me. I can always answer it from here, and then, which is, you know, very interesting. So I can even answer like any normal phone call from the MacBook, which is pretty much good. And maybe the downside a bit is still on the user interface, the ports on this machine. Yeah, the limitations. So I still need to get the dongle. Even today I haven't got the dongle, but nonetheless, the MacBook, the performance, the response, it's seamless. You know, I like how you can just shut down the machine and start it up again. Everything continues where they are, and then you can switch from the MacBook into my iPad, and then I can continue from there, which is very good. So something for you to consider when you're working across, you know, multiple platforms. You know, I can do my YouTube here, I can do my notes here, switch to iPad to continue there, work on my photos here, switch to iPad and continue from there, do my iMovies on the phone, and then switch on here and still continue with my projects, which I find it very good. So that's it about them. This has been my daily driver for about 8 months now, and it's been working perfect. I don't have any complaints. Besides that, I've overloaded it, you know, when it comes to storage, so it's actually very full, and I don't have enough space available on this. So I'm starting to move some files, especially my phone backup, from this computer into my external drive so that I can clear some space. But nonetheless, the response on this machine, it's seamless. I mean, it offers, you know, some of the things that I could say Apple is offering. It's just that it's on a different platform. For example, on this machine, I have what we call, okay, I'm sure you know Skype. So in my case, it's Skype for Business, because this is a business machine which I use for video conferencing as well as chatting. So on the Mac, you don't have that. You don't have a Skype for Business. You don't have so the Skype doesn't run here on the Mac. So however, we use FaceTime on the Mac. Sorry about that. We use the FaceTime on the Mac, which you can do both chatting as well as video conferencing if you wanna do that. And however, I guess there should be a way maybe to do Skype there, but there's what we call Microsoft Teams, which you can do here. You can download an application as well as you can do it on the web, which offers the same functionality of Skype. You know, you can do your video conferencing, you can do your audio chat, you know, all those kind of things that Skype offers, which you can do on the Mac, which is, you know, which is good when you have both machines, or you don't have to be, I don't have to carry both of them, which has been a challenge for me because I have to sometimes walk around with 2 machines. But yeah, that's not a problem. And then another thing on the interface here, on my daily driver, we have a full fingerprint scanner or a full fingerprint reader, which look and work the same as the Touch ID. I just have to put my finger here and then it opens, as opposed to the previous generation of this machine where you have to swipe in your finger. Sometimes it misses it, you have to keep on swiping a couple of times, you have to clean it all the time to make sure that it's accurate when it comes to reading your fingerprint. So this doesn't have a touch bar, it's an Apple thing. So, but however, it has a facial recognition, which I use it to unlock the computer. Instead of me having to type in the password, I can use my facial recognition. So it scans and read my face with it is IR, I want to call them camera IR, infrared cameras for facial recognition, and then it will unlock automatically. So that's one good thing that you get on this HP. And then you can also use a pin. That's like the pin is a Microsoft feature on Windows 10 that you can use a pin to unlock it. You can still use your password, you can use your fingerprint. So security on this side is a bit tighter, but I know you can apply all the security features that are out there or that are available on the machine at a go. So you need to choose which one you want to use. So in this case, I'm using 3 of these available security features. So I'm using the facial recognition, I'm using my password, and I'm using the pin. So it's like a pin code that you type in and then it unlocks a machine. However, you will need a password to, just like on the Apple, on the Mac. So when you start the machine for the first time, you need to type in the password and then it unlocks, and then it activates the Touch ID. So same applies here. if you shut down the machine, you start it up, you're gonna have to type in your password. It activates your facial recognition, it activates your pin, then you can start using the pin to log and unlock your machine. So yeah, and then when it comes to the keyboard is loud, but it's nice at the pin. This is, you know, the separation in between the keyboard, so I make less mistake using this keyboard. And then I find myself typing so hard on the MacBook, which is, you know, it makes me feel bad sometimes because I punch the keys harder, and which is not necessary because the keyboard itself responds. And coming to the application, like I said, this machine is running Windows 10 Professional 64-bit, and then I think it's on the latest build, and I'm running Office 365 on it, which I use it more for emails and productivity things like Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and Access. And then I'm also on Skype. I do Teams on it. And what else do I use this for? Yeah, but mainly it's email, and my emails are really not a problem because I can do them on the phone. And then I have some business application that I'm running on this machine, which are not there on the MacBook, but that's just on the Windows side and then on the work side. And another thing, maybe the main thing that I'm still keeping this machine is because I'm running the SQL database on my HP, which I think soon I should be getting away with it, or else I should be able to create a virtual machine on the cloud, which I will run Windows in it, and then I'll be able to access it via the Mac. And I think that will solve most of my problem when it comes to things like printing and the devices that only works with Windows. So I think, yeah, that's pretty much about it, guys. I don't know what you think about these two machines. If you had them, which one were you gonna choose? Which one were you gonna work on mostly? And then which one will be your favorite? There's a lot of physical features that I didn't touch on this video, and the main reason is because I wanted to focus on what the machine offers, especially to me personally, inside and outside. So let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye.